Anne Boleyn, the woman who turned a kingdom upside down, a queen whose crown cost her her head. But who was she really? A cold-blooded manipulator, or a woman crushed by the most powerful man in England? Let's go back. Anne wasn't born a queen. She was the daughter of a diplomat, educated, sharp, ambitious. She spent her youth in the courts of the Netherlands and France. She spoke multiple languages. She knew art, fashion, politics. When she returned to England, she wasn't just another lady at court. She was different, smart, confident, flirtatious. People noticed, and so did King Henry VIII. But Anne wasn't interested in being another royal mistress. She refused his advances, and that only made him want her more. Henry was obsessed. He wrote her passionate letters, begged her to be with him. But Anne stood firm. No crown, no relationship. And so began the greatest scandal of the Tudor age. Henry sought a divorce from his wife, Catherine of Aragon. The Pope said no, so Henry broke away from the Catholic Church. He created the Church of England, just to marry Anne. They wed in secret. She was crowned queen. She had done the impossible. She'd gone from court lady to Queen of England. But the throne was no fairy tale. Anne was expected to deliver a son, an heir. But in 1533 she gave birth to a daughter, Elizabeth. Henry was disappointed. Anne had miscarriages. Tensions grew. At court, Anne made enemies fast. She was bold, outspoken, and political. She helped bring Protestant thinkers into power. She didn't play by the rules of the quiet, obedient queen, and that made her dangerous. Henry began to drift. He took mistresses again. Then his eye landed on Jane Seymour, Anne's opposite. Anne was vulnerable. In 1536, just 3 years after becoming queen, she was arrested, charged with adultery, with incest, with plotting to kill the king. The accusations were shocking. But were they true? Modern historians largely agree. They were lies. The evidence was flimsy, the witnesses coerced. The trial was political theater. Her downfall was swift and calculated. Why? Because Henry wanted her gone. Because her enemies wanted power. Because she was too bold, too powerful, too inconvenient. On May 19, 1536, Anne was executed by a French swordsman, specially brought in. She faced her death with dignity. She gave no confession. Was she a sinner or a scapegoat? Without Anne, there would have been no Queen Elizabeth I. The daughter who ruled for 44 years. So tell me, was Anne Boleyn truly a villain? Or was she a victim of a dangerous game only men were allowed to win? You decide. Comment your take below.